So, on today's SIGMA Quickie, we're diving into a notable social media clash that's captured the attention over the past 24 hours between the U.S. President Donald Trump and former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. This exchange, unfolding primarily on Truth Social and Telegram, reflects escalation tensions over Russia-Ukraine war and broader geopolitical dynamics. So let's break it down step by step, focus on what's been confirmed as of 2:56 p.m. Eastern Time on August 1st, 2025. The backdrop to this feud ties directly to the ongoing Russian-Ukraine conflict. President Trump, since returning to the office, has pushed for a ceasefire, recently setting a 10-day deadline for Russia to make progress, down from an initial 50 days. This ultimatum, issued around July 30th, comes with threats of economic sanctions if unmet. Medvedev, now deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council and vocal Kremlin ally, has responded with sharp rhetoric, amplifying nuclear threats, a pattern seen since Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Their exchange, between escalating on July 30th, splitting into early August, has included references to Cold War era nuclear systems. It started on July 30th when Medvedev took to X to criticize Trump's ultimatum. He warned that each new demand was a step towards war, not just between Russia and Ukraine, but with the U.S. itself. He urged Trump not to go down the Sleepy Joe road, referencing former President Biden. This post, time-stepped at 6 p.m. Eastern, set the stage. Hours later, after midnight on July 31st, Trump fired back on Truth Social. He called Medvedev a failed former president and warned him to watch his words, claiming Medvedev was entering very dangerous territory. Trump also dismissed Russia-India trade ties, saying they can take their dead economies down together. Medvedev didn't let it rest. By early morning on July 31st, around 3 a.m. Eastern, he responded on Telegram, mocking Trump's remarks. He suggested Trump rewatch The Walking Dead and referenced the Dead Hand, which is a Soviet-era automated nuclear retaliation system. Medvedev argued that Trump's reaction proved Russia is right about everything and would continue its path. The back and forth gained momentum when, on August 1st, around 1:22 p.m. Eastern, Trump announced on Truth Social the repositioning of 2 nuclear submarines in appropriate regions due to Medvedev's foolish and inflammatory statements. He emphasized hoping for no unintended consequences. The exchange highlights a rare public spat between a sitting U.S. president and a senior Russian official, bypassing traditional diplomacy. Medvedev's role, though symbolic, aligns with Kremlin's messaging, often amplifying nuclear threats to deter Western action. Trump's submarine move, confirmed today, marks a tangible escalation, though details on their position remain undisclosed. The timing coincides with Russia's recent mass drone missile strikes on Ukraine, reported on 31 July, adding urgency. Other global players, like India, have been indirectly drawn in due to Trump's tariffs threats, complicating the narrative. Over the weekend, Russia might respond with increased military activities such as heightened drone or missile strikes in Ukraine to assert dominance and test U.S. resolve, especially given the ongoing Kiev assault reported on July 31st. Medvedev's Telegram post hint at Kremlin approval, so a coordinated statement or further nuclear threats from Russia officials could emerge to maintain psychological pressure. Diplomatically, the U.S. might accelerate sanctions preparation, aligning with Trump's 10-day deadline expiring around August 8th. Though initial moves could start by Monday, August 4th, targeting Russian oil trade or allies like India. Russia could counter with propaganda, possibly amplifying Medvedev's dead hand narrative to deter the Western escalation. Bilateral talks remain unlikely, given the public nature of the spat, but indirect channels through neutral parties, looking at Turkey, might be explored if tensions mount. Militarily, The submarine repositioning could prompt Russia to adjust its naval posture in the Black Sea or Arctic, though no immediate large-scale maneuvers are indicated. A miscalculation such as a U.S. submarine detection or Russian border incident could lead to local skirmishes, particularly near Ukraine. Global, other actors like China or Iran might monitor closely, potentially aligning with Russia if U.S. actions expand, though no specific moves are expected by Sunday. The weekend outcome hinges on whether this remains a rhetoric flex or escalates into operational shifts. Expect continued social media salvos and subtle military adjustments, with a higher risk of unintended escalation if either side overreacts to the other's moves. This has been your Sigma Quickie. Like, subscribe if you're enjoying the information. Give me a comment down there in the comment section how you feel about this situation. And that's it for now. Sigma Actual out.